I want to talk about the Bundesliga because the second half of their season is beginning this Friday. And I'm just going to be completely transparent with you all. I haven't followed this league as much as I should because I looked at the table and my goodness, it looks like I've been missing out on some very, very competitive games. Let's take a look at the top five in the Bundesliga. We have RB Leipzig, 37 points. Second place, Borussia Mönchengladbach. I think I got it right. I hope I did. Borussia Mönchengladbach with 35. Bayern Munich 33 in third. Borussia Dortmund in fourth with 30 points. And then we have Schalke with 30 points in fifth. There's 7 points between first and fifth. No league has such a small margin between their top five. And then if you look at the top half of the table, between first place and 10th, there are 14 points. There's a gap of 14 points. That's it. You look over in the Premier League, and Liverpool has a 14-point advantage over second place, Manchester City. So then I think that tells you two things. One, the Bundesliga has been very competitive this season, and two, Liverpool has been dominant. But that's for a different show. So I promised myself yesterday, as I was preparing for this show, that I have to watch the Bundesliga a little bit more. Not a little bit more, a lot more. Because I'm missing out, and I hate missing out on stuff that I should be watching or I should be paying attention to. So I made a list of stuff that I'm going to keep up with throughout the second half of the Bundesliga season. The first one is RB Leipzig. They get a lot of hate because Red Bull, that's what RB stands for. Red Bull, the company, the energy drink, came in and they injected a bunch of money into that organization. And now all of a sudden they play Champions League. They have a world-class stadium and they have great young players. And yeah, that's why a lot of people hate them. In Germany, it's not common. In Germany, you build from the bottom and you get to the top that way. There's no other way. So when Red Bull came in and did that with RB Leipzig, they kind of looked at them like, yeah, you guys got everything. Everything was handed to you all. So it doesn't count. But whatever. It doesn't matter. They're still playing Champions League and they're in first place. So that's going to be fun. Listen to this. RB Leipzig's manager. I'm going to try to get this pronunciation right. Julian Nagelsmann. There we go. He's young. He's very young. 32 years young. 32 years old. Lionel Messi's 32. And he's still playing at a very high level. Cristiano Ronaldo's 34? And he's still playing at a very high level. This guy, 32, Julian Nagelsmann. And he's managing RB Leipzig. That's a dream. I wish in 11 years I'm doing the same exact thing. That would be so cool. At 32, like, yeah, I'm coaching the team that's at the top of the Premier League or the Bundesliga or La Liga, whatever. Or MLS, whatever. 32. That is so young. That's like Sean McVay, if you guys keep up with football and the NFL. Sean McVay, is he 32? I think he might be 32. But it's exactly the same. Very young. He's a kid compared to some of these managers like Jurgen Klopp, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, all these guys. He's a kid. A kid. And in addition to this RB Leipzig stuff, Timo Werner. What's his future looking like? He's linked with a big European club every transfer window. It's every transfer window. Ever since that 2017 Confederations Cup, he's been linked with a different team. If it's not Liverpool, it's United. If it's not United, it's City. If it's not City, it's Barca. If it's not Barca, it's Real or Bayern Munich or PSG, because of course they like to buy anything that can be bought. How's his future going to look? That's what I want to know. I'm pretty sure if they end up winning the Bundesliga, which I got to be honest, just from the outside, from the very outside looking in, I see it as a very tough task, even though they're in first place. Timo Werner probably leaves RB Leipzig if this team ends up winning the Bundesliga, because he's going to be like, all right, well, I mean, I won the Bundesliga. I might as well just go somewhere else. Probably to a different league. But anyway, that's RB Leipzig. Interesting. Can they hold that first place? Will they fold under the pressure? Young team, young stars, young manager. Interesting. Bayern Munich. Let's take a look at Bayern Munich. Is this the end of their run? Is Bayern Munich finally done? It's like with the Patriots. Everyone is just waiting for the dynasty to end. Oh my God, everyone's so excited. But Bayern Munich, they're looking very fragile. Last season, they were looking vulnerable. This season, even more. They're in third place, 33 points. They had a managerial change in November. Niko Kovac, no longer the manager. Look at how brutal this is. A month before he was sacked, he beat Tottenham 7-2 at their new stadium in the Champions League. 7-2. A month later, he loses 5-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. They give him the boot. He's out of there. They bring in Hans-Dieter Flick, who is a former Germany assistant. He assisted Joachim Löw, the manager for Germany. So is he a permanent solution? Probably not. They're probably going to bring someone in the summer. But Bayern Munich, a team that usually doesn't let go of their managers, they've done it, like 2 times in the last 4 years? Because they let go of Carlo Ancelotti, and now they let go of Niko Kovac. So, yeah, and it looks like some of the players are pleading. They want new faces on this team. They want more players. They want depth. Joshua Kimmich, the right back for Bayern Munich, the guy that took over Philipp Lahm's spot in that Bayern Munich defense and in the Germany defense too. He wants more depth. He's been asking for it. So there could be some turmoil. And then Thomas Müller said that he might be leaving after, I don't know, he's been playing at Bayern Munich for like 20 years or something like that. Maybe less. But still, I mean, it looks like there's some turmoil at Bayern Munich, and it looks like a giant might be falling. But then again, who knows? They could just turn it up, not lose a single game in 2020 in the Bundesliga, and just win the league again. Borussia Dortmund, they have a new toy. His name is Erling Haaland. If you guys don't know, he's about 19 years old. He scored a hat-trick on his Champions League debut with RB Salzburg. Red Bull is everywhere on this segment of the show. He played, of course, in Austria, and he scored a lot of goals. He was a very important piece to this team, and they didn't make it to the round of 16 of the Champions League. So he jumped ship and he moved to Borussia Dortmund, which I think is a perfect fit for him. Perfect fit. He's going to be playing in front of Marco Reus, Thorgan Hazard, the better Hazard brother. No, I'm just kidding. He's good, but I don't think he's better than Eden. Not yet, at least. He's going to have a lot of support, both on the pitch and from the entire team. So Erling Haaland, Marco Reus, if they can all stay healthy, who knows? They're in 4th place, 7 points away from first, but we'll see what happens. I mean, again, it was the same question that I asked myself a couple minutes ago when I was talking about RB Leipzig. Can they keep up with this pace? Can they maintain their spot under this very intense pressure? And then the final thing that I'm gonna watch out for, and this one is gonna be the most immediate one, because Schalke and Borussia Mönchengladbach, they play Gladbach, because I know that's how Germans pronounce it. They play on Friday, which is a game 2nd against 5th place. Interesting. 2nd and 5th place, you might be like, whatever. But then again, it's the Bundesliga. There's only 5 points here. If Schalke ends up winning this game, they play at home. If they win this game, they're going to be tied with Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund at 33. Sorry, they're going to be tied with Bayern Munich at 33 points. So that'll bump them up over Borussia Dortmund, at least for the day. It's going to be real fun because it's 2 young, adventurous teams. Of course, Borussia Mönchengladbach have Lilian Thuram's son, which his name is, I believe, Marcus Thuram. He's had a very good season. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. Schalke and Borussia Dortmund. I'm really going to go into that game just to learn a little bit more of how these two teams play. I can't really give much of an opinion. This is more of a list for you watching this and me being here behind the camera, in front of the camera, I'm sorry, to kind of follow along with me. That's really what it is. I don't have a prediction for any of this. It's just a checklist to make sure that we look at the right things in this Bundesliga season, in the second half of the Bundesliga season. Every one of these teams is fighting for a Champions League spot. Hell no, I mean they're fighting for the Bundesliga title. That's what it comes down to. They're fighting for the Bundesliga title, and it's gonna be really fun. I'll be watching. You should be watching too. We'll keep up with the title race as the season goes on. We'll have some segments. If you guys have any questions, you already know what to do. You can contact me on social media. But the Bundesliga restarts this Friday, and you and I, we cannot miss it.